about our Minneapolis St. Paul International Airport. First of all, our airport has been nominated for 4 years in a row as number one airport in the U.S. in terms of customer service. And there are a few things that we must consider before or prior start speaking about actually the customer service provided by different employees, beginning from cleaners all the way up to vendors, ticket agents, gate agents, people that works in different stores, restaurants, and everyone else involved, including police and everyone involved, in security and everything else at the airport. This airport is Delta's main hub. Therefore, Delta Airlines holds half most of the airport. Most of their aircrafts are parked at the Lindbergh Terminal 1 location. We must say Terminal 1 belongs to American Airlines, Spirit Airlines, Alaska Airlines, Air Canada, Air Lingus, Air Choice One, Boutique Air, and of course Delta Airlines, as well as United Airlines. Those are the airlines that utilize the Terminal 1 Lindbergh. There's Terminal 2, which I didn't film. Terminal 2 is about 2 miles away from Terminal 1. And the planes that come at Terminal 2 are Condor from Germany, Frontier Airlines, Islander, JetBlue Airways, Southwest Airlines, and Sun Country Airlines. But let's focus in Terminal 1. And we have a lot of things like United Airlines, for example, United Airlines Club, Sky Club, is located by eEco 8, and Delta Airlines has two main Sky Clubs. One is between C Charlie 10 and C 12 Charlie 12. It's right in front of the tram's first stop. And the second Sky Club for Delta is located at the beginning of the F concourse, is right next to a restaurant. Also, the Minneapolis St. Paul Airport offers Armed Forces Service Center, which is new, relocated to the second floor at the beginning of A Apple Concourse. But in terms of services, we have things like ATM cash machines. Offer one in front of Delta's ticket counter at the ticketing level by door number 4. This is outside security. There's another ATM a floor below, which is baggage claims level. It's one in front of carousel 3, another one by carousel 6, and another one in front of carousel 13. Inside security, we have more ATM machines at the beginning, for example, of the A Apple Concourse. There's one by C Charlie 12, which is the middle of the C Concourse, and right after or by C Charlie 3, the beginning of the C Concourse. We also have one ATM machine by eEco 4, and there's another one in the middle of the mezzanine, which is the main mall area. And the next one will be at the beginning of G Concourse, right in the corner by Caribou Coffee. And the last ATM that you will find is located by G at the end of G Concourse, G17 area. We also offer currency exchange office, one located by C Charlie 3, and the hall that connects the other one is by the hall that connects the main mall with the beginning of G Concourse. Is on the left side, right after passing the south checkpoint, the TSA south checkpoint. In terms of postal drop box, a lot of people ask, is there any drop box at the airport? We have one located between C Charlie 11 and C Charlie 12. There's another drop box by C Charlie 3. Also, there's one by E Echo 2 in front of, and another one in front of the mezzanine food court before the male's bathrooms. And then we have the last postal drop box by F4 in the F concourse. Family companion care restrooms, very important. They are huge, plenty of space, especially or mainly for people with disabilities. And fortunately, we have 3 locations at the beginning of the B concourse, which is the last one, as well as between and toward the end of the concourse. In addition, we have 3 regular restrooms in the B concourse. At A concourse, we offer 3 family companion care restrooms between gates A1 and gate A14, and also 3 regular restrooms in the A concourse. We also have 1 family companion care restroom at the beginning of E concourse as well as the end of the concourse, and 5 regular restrooms. There are in the C concourse, we have 5 family care restrooms between C13 and C27. So there's plenty of family care restrooms all over the airport. There are 2 family care restrooms in the main mall corridor, as well as 4 regular restrooms. Then we have more family care restrooms by F9 and 2 regular restrooms. And in the G concourse, which is under construction, we only have 1 family care restroom at G George 6, but there are 4 regular restrooms in that concourse. In terms of lockers, we have only 1 location for lockers, and those are for 24 hours use, and those are right in front of C Charlie 12 in the C concourse. We also offer nursing mothers lactation rooms. There's none in the A or B concourses. The first one will be by C Charlie 12, then another lactation room at the beginning of the E Echo concourse, as well as the beginning of F concourse by F2. And there is none nursing mother lactation rooms on the G concourse. In terms of pet relief areas, there are locations. There's 3 locations in the whole airport. The first pet relief area is above C Charlie 12, which is the second floor. That's the skyway actually that connects C concourse with the G concourse. That's an excellent way to skip about a mile walking from AB concourse all the way to G concourse. It's a shortcut, especially if your connecting flight is departing between G22 and G14. So it's definitely you need to go to the second floor and use the skyway. The second pet relief area is at the beginning of the E Echo concourse. Is next to the nursing mother lactation room, and also the third pet relief area is by F3 F concourse, and that's all for or in terms of pet relief areas. This tunnel that you guys are looking at right now, it used to be a little bit darker. It looks like a spaceship tunnel. Think it didn't look like an airport. It was kind of scary for some people. That there's more light now, it looks more than like an airport. This is the beginning of the B concourse, which is right at the end of, let's say, the shape of the International Minneapolis St. Paul Airport is like a C, and this is right at the end of the C. And there are about 16 gates in the B concourse. There are not or no restaurants, and there is a kind of pop bar at the beginning of those staircases that take you up to the B concourse, but there's not really restaurants back there. And this is my way out of the B concourse. I went all the way to the end to B16, and then I came downstairs and started walking towards the beginning of A and N of C concourses. I think this is where I see that place restaurant. I went upstairs because I want to record the name of that it's not a restaurant, it's like a pub, but I can't remember the name until I actually read it. This concourse, like I said before, doesn't really have many amenities. Doesn't have playgrounds for children, doesn't have formal restaurants, just restrooms and family companion care restrooms. But this place, or the only place that you can possibly be, besides a vending machine, you can find City Point Bar. That's what it is. It wasn't even open when I was stopping by. Well, I'm out of B concourse here. The tram is right to the right, and now to the left here is the beginning of A, the Apple A concourse. There's a mini food court here to the left. We used to have about 7-8 options, but now they remodel it, and it looks like there's only like 2 options. But it wasn't. I don't even know if it was open or not. But that's what it is. Here I'm heading back towards the tram. Remember, this is the end of C27, 27 gates for the C concourse, and beginning of A and B. And here we're heading backwards towards. There's only one stop between C27 and C1. The stop is right in the middle at C Charlie 12. That's where the Skyway, right there, you can see it in gray color. That's the Skyway that links C12 all the way with G22 on the other side. That's where the bigger planes park. That's where people fly to bigger cities or countries, because that's what KLM, Air France, and big cities, big flights heading toward big cities park in the G concourse and F concourse as well. That's the other side of the airport. It's the other side of that parking lot that you are looking at right now. There's a parking lot between. So remember, our airport is kind of like a C shape, but it has some roots. But that's the best description I can give about the shape of the Minneapolis St. Paul Airport. This is my end stop of my trip from C, or beginning of AB concourse towards C1. Here you get out and turn left and walk a little bit and then make another left and you head towards other concourses or baggage claims. If you head to the right, like I'm doing here, I didn't show a little bit. It's the beginning of the concourse. It has a place on the top where you can actually watch all the planes park in the D and C concourse, and it's pretty cool because it's quiet and you can see a lot. I was lucky there was nobody there, so I didn't have problems filming or people passing by blocking me. But as you can see, there's was that Spirit Airlines. They park in the E concourse. Oh, so you can actually see E concourse from there too. So you can see E, D, and this side is C concourse at the Minneapolis St. Paul Terminal 1. It was kind of, I think it was raining before. It was kind of foggy and just dark overall. But that's about it from that area. And here I keep doing more filming, but the surroundings. But overall, I didn't want to show the regular stuff, like for example where the limousines are parked, or for example the parking areas, the police area, quiet seating. Well, this is a quiet seating area, but I didn't show much about rental cars or security checkpoints because those guys are quite annoying. Taxis or Uber areas, I didn't show those, or the customs areas because it's pretty monitored. But this is the main mall area. I'm walking from left to right. I'm crossing it. There's a lot of stores. There's a food court right in the middle. Will be right at the blue big screens on the top that you can see. I'm getting approaching to. There's family restrooms, regular restrooms, coffee shops, different types of stores, some type of boutiques. We used to have an Aveda. Well, looks like they do some facial services. I don't think they do haircuts anymore. I haven't seen it. But see where these big screens are on the top, right here. This is Chili's restaurant on the right, and you turn right here, and this is big food court. And there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's like 6 options all around in there. Out here is a resting area. You can sit down, enjoy your meal, or kill the time watching a movie or listening to music. This is the exit of the food court. That's the Starbucks right there. Well, this is brand new, this area of the airport. No more than a year. Brand new, probably around a year. Brand new. They remodel a lot of sections of the airport. Delta Airlines have invested a lot of money. We have, what's this, Smack Shack, a lot of seafood sandwiches and stuff like that. We got here Adventure North brand clothing store. Stone Arch, it's a restaurant. If you continue toward that direction, that's where the G concourse is, but we're heading right here. This is the beginning of F concourse. On the left is the Sky Club for Delta. This is the F concourse, and now I was looking at the pet relief area. There's also a mother lactation room there, but we have three pet relief areas. Very important. A lot of passengers flying with their little ones and big ones too sometimes, and they wonder if we have those inside. Fortunately, we do not have a official smoking sections inside the airport, so you must go outside security, and that's not a good idea if you are within 45 to 60 minutes prior boarding. You must have an hour and a half at least. Lines getting longer prior, during, and will be after COVID-19, so I do not recommend going outside smoking. It's not worth scenario. Worst thing you can do is go to a restroom, but I wouldn't go outside at all. This is a mini salad bar store place. They sell pizza, they make burgers, sandwiches. It wasn't 100% open, but they do have some products outside to go. And it was pretty good when it was 100% fully functional, but this COVID-19 have to manage all services, so not everything is functional. This is the G Concourse G1 to G6. This is where KLM or Air France aircraft come in. They usually carry among 400 to 500 passengers per flight. So as you can see, the area is huge. Delta Airlines has invested tons of money setting up all these tablets, which pretty much the tablet replaces a server. So you just sit down and select your meal, drink, and somebody bring it to you. You pay on the tablet. It's pretty cool, but a lot of investment in terms of entertainment, restaurant experience for passengers. This is the exit of, I'm looking through a window here for immigration. This is for international flights, people coming from outside the United States, and they have to go through a security checkpoint. That's where they come out. And here we got the exit. If you go down there, you head towards baggage claims, but I was walking towards G. I just passed 6 Gs, and it's all the way to G21. There's plenty of gates coming up. This concourse is large, is long, a lot of walking. That's where you see these staircases for those who can't walk much. These two gates right here usually handle Air France, big planes, like I mentioned before. And because people have to go through customs, there's a special area back there for customs and immigration. And here I was a little bit lazy and took advantage of these electric stairs and heading toward the end of G Concourse. My mission was to cross from G22 using the Skyway from G22 all the way to C Charlie 12 to the other side and end right there, because that's pretty much where I kind of started. But I just walk around. I did a walk around the airport, so that was my mission, to show a little bit about the services and talking about a little bit more about where our ATM cash machines are, where the currency exchange offices are, more interested towards lockers, nursing mothers, lactation rooms, pet relief areas, postal drop box, restrooms. In general, those are basic services that sometimes we are completely unaware when we go through an airport and we have no idea that they actually exist. And I know it's hard to figure it out every time you're flying through an airport and maybe you have a layover of 2 hours. If you're not tired, exhausted, you can explore a little bit, but when you have an idea about what the airport offers, so it's kind of cool to see, oh, I remember I watched a video, and let's say you're a mother and you have a little one, and oh, I remember there's lactation rooms in these concourses and by these gates, whatever. Or there's maybe you have a small animal and a pet, and well, the pet relief, you don't want to go outside through security. Well, there are areas where we show those. Maybe you want to use a locker for 24 hours. Maybe you're in the airline industry like I do, and you're just flying today. Let's say you're leaving at, I don't know, in the afternoon, 3 p.m. You're coming back next day by noon, so you can use the locker for 24 hours. So that's kind of cool to know where the lockers are, and that's my mission of the video, showing or talking about those. Besides maybe currency exchange, I understand most of people don't. I personally don't use currency exchange at most of airports because they take a commission, so you don't get much value for your currency, and that's not fair. It's better to exchange your currency outside, whatever city, country you're visiting. But overall, beside the hotel, the Intercontinental Hotel that is linked through a skyway at the end of the sea concourse, there's not really other things that I can come up with. There's 2 duty-free shops. One at the beginning of the between F and G concourse, and the other one is at the beginning of before C, one between D and C concourses. But those are irrelevant things for me because everybody, I mean, those are obvious things. I'm more interested in showing people what is more useful, where you can, what services can you count with if you have the need of a pet or you have a little one, a baby. The amenities like golf, which we have virtual reality golf on the mezzanine area at the beginning of E concourse on the second floor. Those things are obvious. You can find as well as food courts all over. Police station, there's one on the baggage claim area, which is the level below the ticketing counter. Quiet seating areas are all over. There's 2 security checkpoints, North Checkpoint, which is by American Airlines, and the South Checkpoint, which is by Delta Airlines.